Greetings and welcome to Champs Racing League Division 2. This is the season finale, race number 7 here in Brazil. It's going to be an exciting one. My name is Vince, the gamer. I'm here with Stars FPS. How are you doing, Stars?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
Not too bad, not too bad. I'm excited for this race. Do want to, before we get started, we'll just take a look at the standings real quick. Looks like everybody's still in the pits, so we will look here. So, if you look at the standings here, of the people that are racing today, Denny is currently in the lead, and I'm not sure if you've got access to the standings there, Stars, but from what I'm showing here, with Racknext and Jazza not racing this weekend, Denny's pretty much got the win locked in here. So he's got a huge lead on the next person that's racing, VPJ, and he's only got 52 points. So even if Denny DNFs and VPJ wins the race with the fastest lap, Denny's got it on lock. So was not expecting that to happen today, as a matter of fact.
Sadly, yeah, Racknext can't be here. Jazza is on vacation. No, that's unfortunate truth about a lot of these drivers. They just couldn't be here today.
Yep, and it's unfortunate, especially with the season ender there. But the other three that are racing today that are still in this championship, of course, is VPJ with 52 points, Diego close behind with 51, and Gibbs behind them with 35 points. The rest of the racers here, Focus, Dream, and BKT are reserves, filling out the grid today.
Realistically, we're watching the battle for third in the constructors.
That would be
none
correct.
of these guys can get to second, but Jazza will unfortunately fall to probably fifth, and it'll be between VPJ and Dig Dug.
Yeah, Dig Dug, correct.
For the third place in the constructors.
Yep, that's who we'll be watching today. Now, obviously, the other reserves in here are also quick, so they are going to be fighting, hopefully, to add some constructors' points, but hopefully don't affect our drivers' championship here. And let me pull up my stats here. There we go. So we've got Focus on a flyer here. I'm trying to see VPJP. Appears to be on a flyer as well, so he'll be the first to cross the line. And let me pull this out. There we go. So 117.199. First one across the line, VPJP. Right behind him should be, is that Denny?
Yes.
So that would be the first.
Denny 116.8.
116.8. So intermediate tires here as well. I would anticipate that we'll probably have a little bit faster. So there we go. Focus again with the 115.774. That's what I was thinking the pole position is going to be closer to. Gibbs across the line, 117.548. So now we've got Dig Dug, Dream, and BKT on their outlaps. And Pickerick still sitting in the pit lane there. Let's see. Who was the first one? It was BKT out. So he'll be starting his first hot lap here. Rounds corner 12 and 13 and heading through 14 and 15 to start this lap. So it looks like he's setting up a bit of a slipstream for Dig Dug, teammate there. Obviously, BKT is a excuse me, is a reserve driver. A little close for a good proper slipstream. At least what's going to happen through the middle sectors, but we'll see how it pays off for Dig Dug. I'm not sure if maybe BKT will just move out of the way at the end here.
Honestly, it actually will hurt Dig Dug more because he's sitting in the dirty air pretty much tucked up right behind.
So there we go. So what he did is he gave him the slipstream through the front straight and that back straight, and then moved right out of the way for Dig Dug. So some pretty good coordination there, actually. So they switched spots right after that, and allowing Dig Dug to go through this sector through clean air. So that was some pretty good coordination by the AlphaTauris. Yellow flag
loose
up here.
The yellow flag looks to be cleared. It was Pickle Rick just slowing down to start his lap.
So he did set a purple sector 2 as well.
As he comes to the line, it looks like it's gonna be just in the 116.5.
116.5. So not quite as fast as Focus there, but as it goes for those still in the championship, the actual Div 2 drivers, that would be lead and RFX Denny. Now 115.927, so knocks Dig Dug right down there. So Pickle Rick is yet to go out, and Dream, I believe, is on his flyer. Nope, outlap now. Probably trying to get around these AlphaTauris to get out of the way there.
Pickle Rick is the next to start his flyer, or is on his flyer.
Oh, he is on his flyer. Yes, that's correct. Okay, so there we go. On through turn 11. And turn 12. Not sure why that's still showing a yellow sector, at least on mine. Or at least, there we go. Okay, it went green. And Pickle Rick goes third fastest. So splits up Denny and Dig Dug there. Just barely putting Dig Dug on the dirty side of that second row. So just a reminder here, the ones that are currently in Div 2 fighting for the championship: Denny, who is currently in first place; VPJ, who is currently in fourth with 52 points; Diego, currently in sixth with 51 points; and Gibbs, currently in seventh with 35 points. So those four are fighting for the championship there. The reserve drivers are Focus at Game, Pickle Rick, and BKT and Dream. So we've got an even split. 4 reserve drivers, 4 Div 2 drivers. So what do you think for strategy on this? Obviously with the intermediates, you can do the one stop pretty easily. You think anybody's going to try to push it on to a no stopper with the intermediates?
I don't think it's possible.
Yeah.
I just think the tires will just wear out too fast.
Yep. Yeah, if you can not lose 20 seconds, that's the only time it'll work out for you.
The only time we'll see a two-stop is if there are some caution flags at the right time, just to set maybe somebody to dive in, take quick tires, not lose position.
Yep, which could be nice. First 5 laps for someone, first maybe 6 or 7 laps, maybe I'd say, dive in and then really be just a standard one-stopper and make them go long, but just kind of depends on how this goes here. So let's see, VPJP, is he on a flyer here? No. Possibly.
He's going to lose it and hit the wall coming into Sector 2.
Who was that? Was that BKT?
That was VPJP.
Oh,
just
man.
got loose. Coming down the straight, stepped on it a little too hard into the wall.
Ouch. Okay, so he's gonna have to abandon that one. So Gibbs on a flyer here then. Into turn 4. Actually hits it pretty good there. Takes a nice line on an exit. So not too bad through this section. Now through turn 10. Taking it nice and easy. Now, I wasn't seeing if he was able to improve his time too much here.
He's up 2/10, apparently.
Up 2/10, there we go. Got through that corner well. This corner is pretty tricky when it's wet, but not too bad for him. Gibbs cross the line, see if he improves his time. Does improve his time, but does not move up a spot.
Gives him a little more breathing room between him and BKT. Just a little.
Yep. Which BKT is certainly capable of that kind of time. I'm not sure if he's put in a full flyer. I think he's out now. So I know
he has run 4 laps, I'll tell you that much.
So he abandoned, I know he abandoned the 1, so he must have put 1 flyer, obviously, and he's got the 117.2, but let's see, lost a little bit there. Purple sector 2, a little bit of a lockup on that turn. Almost into the grass, but pushing it to the limit there. Obviously low on fuel, so that should improve his time, and 116.423, so does surpass Gibbs, VPJP, and Dig Dug there, just barely. So let's see, Gibbs on an in-lap. Pickle Rick, let's take a look at him here. Oh, lost a little bit, but not too much. Not too much.
Still, that'll cost him valuable tenths.
Certainly could. Through turn 10, that turn there, turn 11 can be tricky. Took a nice amount of curb on turn 12 through 13. Looking good. See if he can improve his time there. Gonna be by half a second. There we go. So just outside of focus at
that
game.
Wiggle. I promise you that little wiggle cost him that 10.
That's right. Yep. It's the little things. So let's see. Dig Dug's on an out lap there. Pickle is on an in lap. Gibbs, was Gibbs going again? I thought he was he had on an invalidated there.
I'm going to rattle on with Dig Dug for his lap as he looks to jump into the 115s.
There we go. So again, looking at those that are in Div 2, RFX Denny, Gibbs, Dig Dug, then VPJP there. So Denny is our current leader. Again, unless someone else joins, less Rack Next. You said Rack Next could not make it. So at this point, Denny is the champion. He is just trying to secure that lead even more.
An incredible comeback for Denny, too, because at the start of the season, he had a lot of unfortunate crashes.
I was just actually looking at that. There was a couple crashes, and he also had a disqualification from round 2, if I'm not mistaken. He
reset at Austria, correct?
That's right. And, yeah, he's definitely come back from that. So Dig Dug now on his flyer. Let's see. He is up. So he is 4/10 slower than his previous best, so he might just abandon this one and try again, because it looks as though he's got enough fuel to try another lap there. Get some heat into the tires. Yeah, he's backing off there. But Denny is right behind Dig Dug as well on an out lap. Looks like he wants to get around him there. And I said he set a purple sector too, so even with that dirty air, 5/100ths faster through that middle sector.
Here is a fun stat line for Denny. Every race that he has not been disqualified or DNF'd, he has won.
Wow. So there, Denny went up by a 10th, increased that, and is now tentative second place here. So we got 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in this qualifying session. That's enough for a few of them to get one more lap in. Let's see. Dig Dug is getting the tow from BKT here again. So it looks like they're going to try to set the same thing up. They're a little close going through this section, so he may lose a little bit of time, but it does look like they're trying the same thing. Tow down the front straight. Oh, man. Well, that was a valiant try. Again, Dig Dug is set up. He could fight for third here. Yes. And as a matter of fact, he could get second. Same as VPJP, depending on how they finish.
Does Dig Dug have the fuel for another lap?
Well, he certainly looks like he's going to make it to the line. I don't see the fuel as red, so it does seem as though he's going to have enough time. He's staying behind BKT as well, so I think they're going to try to set up another hot lap here.
Denny goes fastest overall of 1:15.7
Wow, by
faster. 10,000. I don't even know. Is that 10,000? I don't even.
3 1,000s, yeah.
Thank you.
Very close.
Like, what the?
Okay, so Dig Dug's got a great distance here behind BKT. This one's looking much better than last time as well. Will not have as much dirty air. So Focus That Game takes back the fastest lap, 1:15.517. He said, not today. We're not doing that. All right, so let's see. We're watching Dig Dug's Sector 1 time. He is up 4/10, but I don't know if that's going to be quite enough to get him. Oh, let's see. Maybe third by the end. Fourth at this point. Yeah.
So far, 4/10 jumps him up to fourth.
Yeah, jumps him up to fourth. If he can continue to knock off that time. Now, he needed to get around BKT here, though. This was...
I'm almost certain BKT's pushing his own lap as well.
Yep, so not going to be helping out Dig Dug, but...
But the Dig Dug's liking, he does seem to be catching, and Denny takes the fastest again. Pole for 1:15.4.
So those tires are taking a little bit of time to warm up, I would say, too.
Dig Dug kind of spun the tires getting on the main straight. BKT crossed the line, does not improve. Dig Dug up into P4.
Up into P4, so BKT, let's see, 7 Dream.
3 takes the pole position yet again.
Wow. Focus That Game, takes it back. Who's behind him? VPJP, let's see. He is going to be the next cross line. He is up on his own time as well. And does not improve enough. So he's going to be starting 8th.
And one final lap here. And Dream just invalidated. It's just Pickle Rick left.
So he's up 2/10 through there. There's not going to be quite enough there, so I think he's probably going to stay in third.
Can he put this Ferrari on the front row of the grid? Not quite.
Almost, though. Yeah, only 2 more tenths he would have been up there. So that'll be our starting grid there. Dream, I believe.
Yeah. Williams lockout.
Yeah, that's and as a matter of fact, I need to take a look. If you could pull that information for me, what the constructors' standings are. Let's see if I can pull those up real quick. So there we go. So Focus That Game. Front row is going to be Focus That Game, RFX Denny. Second row, Pickle Rick, Dig Dug. Third row, Gibbs Dream. And fourth row, BKT, VPJP. So our championship contenders here are Denny, Dig Dug, Gibbs, and VPJP.
I'll say this. It's VPJP versus 2 Williams. Alfa Romeo's up 127 to Williams 103.
Oh, wow. Okay. So he's kind of got his work cut out for him, especially with only 8 drivers on the grid today.
Now, does Focus's points count to constructor?
I believe it does, yes. So it does not, you obviously cannot count as Drivers' Championship because they're not part of it, but it does count for the Constructors' Championship.
Okay, yeah, so like, Alfa Romeo has their work cut out for him today.
Well, now I just had a bunch of AI pop up on my screen. Did that pop up on your screen as well?
Yeah, it happened at the end of the last practice session as well.
Interesting.
And I know we don't have AIs on this track.
Yeah, I don't believe that was in the settings. And it doesn't seem to want to go past 1 second here, so we may be dealing with...
It's showing Pickle Rick is not done, and Dream is on an outlap.
So let me screenshot this real quick. Give me one moment here, folks. Okay, so at least we have that in case we need to reset this grid with just the race.
Pickle Rick is coming into pits.
Okay. So it may be a red flag situation, but since we did finish this, everybody got their laps and we have the order, we could just manually...
If Dream is still in control of his car, he needs to retire or pit it. And from the looks of it, he is, because he's...
There we go. So maybe that will fix it.
It's just up to Dream now. Because it's saying Dream just started his flyer.
Correct.
So Dream is still in control of his car. I wonder if he even knows qualifying's over.
Well, I don't know what would be showing on his screen, but he definitely looks as though he's pushing it. That's for sure.
He's not running AI like lines.
No.
AI's wouldn't have been on the curb there, almost off the road. This is him actually driving a flyer. Maybe if he crosses the line here. Oh, Dream, didn't he? Was Dream one of our late joiners?
I believe so.
So, according to Focus in our chats, if you join late, it gives you the full 30 minutes.
Interesting.
It's an actual full qualifier.
So
There
his
we
time.
go.
So his time was off. Okay.
He retired, so we're good. Here we go.
Very, very interesting. That's a new one. I have not heard of that. That is very odd.
That's nice to know, though, for future lobbies. If you join late and, we're all begging you to retire, please retire.
Yeah, you get extra time there.
Bright side, he did not improve, so that didn't hurt anything.
Yes, that didn't change anything. All right, well, there we go. So there are the results of that. Focus at Game, Denny, Pickle Rick, Dig Dug, Dream, Gibbs, BKT, and VPJP pulling up in the back. So we'll be starting the race here just momentarily. So that's interesting. And obviously his timer was different, so he had no idea that that was going to be happening until we were able to get a hold of him in the Discord. But interesting.
It's an interesting bug, that's to say the least. Two drivers get 30 minutes, the rest get 15.
It's odd.
But everyone else is like, what's happening?
Yeah. Alrighty, so this screen obviously looks concerning to me as well.
This is no, the timer, though. The timer started.
There we go. Okay. All right. I remember we were stuck here one time, but we did not have the timer. So the timer is...
The practice lobby did not get past this stage. But I think that was Pickle Rick's. I think his internet went out, and that caused that lobby.
Interesting. Okay.
Quick apologies if you hear construction in my background. They're working on my bathroom.
There you go. Alrighty, so here's the formation lap. Alrighty, so we'll I'll be focusing on Denny's start here because he's going to be looking to have a good start. Obviously, his teammate there is on the front row with him, so I would think if they are working together, that would be a benefit. And looks like RFX Denny is trying to back up the grid there. And Focus
is just driving away.
Yeah.
There's one thing, these inters will be very hard to warm up in just a lap.
Yeah, I would say so. It looked as though it took, 2 to 3 laps for those to really be fast in qualifying. So I would anticipate that the first lap, hopefully with only 8 drivers, it shouldn't be too much chaos, but there's definitely a possibility for someone losing it into turn 1 or even the Senna S's there. So
all it takes is one person to pull a Bottas.
That's it, man. Yep, especially in the rain.
And then we're down to 4 cars left on the grid.
All right, as I pull up to the line here. Like that.
Dream really held that field up there at the end.
He's trying to pull a Lewis Hamilton there. Keep his tires warm.
Fortunately, my friends, that's not the way it works in the video game. They thought ahead of that. Alrighty, guys. This is CRL Division 2's final race of the year here at Interlagos, the Brazilian Grand Prix. 2 Williams will start out, followed by a Ferrari. Alfa Romeo. 5 red lights and we're away. My brain hurts. 5 red lights and we are away. Denny's going to get himself a nice little start off the line, as unfortunately not able to get right up inside Focus, but they're going to go in too wide. Pickle Rick is going to contain at the inside, but he's going to get shoved. Dream and Dig Dug too wide through the first chicane. Man, it hurts.
Yeah, so BKT got a great start. He's already up a spot on Gibbs. Dig Dug dropped 1 spot to Dream, so that's going to be the only switches we've had so far.
Unfortunately, did not catch it happen to VPJP. He did take a spin. I don't know if that was on his own accord or did he get caught out by Gibbs.
Yeah, I didn't see that either, but I didn't see any contact with Gibbs. Gibbs is just a little bit behind everybody else as well, so that's definitely a possibility there. So let's go on board with Dig Dug here. And what we're going to be looking at is this straight. What we're going to be looking at is who has set up for more top speed here. Because it looks like Focus that game has already pulled away just a bit. It's almost a second out ahead of Denny. So there's the predicted pit stop strategy, 1 stop versus the 2 stop.
Focus got a great start off the line.
Yep. Does look like Pickle Rick's got some straight line speed for sure. Dream is gaining on Dig Dug. Almost wants to take a look on the inside, and he does. Didn't quite have the line there, but no contact, no harm, no foul there. And yeah, because of that, Dig Dug has already fallen behind Pickle Rick. But Pickle Rick is staying right on Denny. Let's go on board with him. And he's missing his helmet. That's cool.
Still too wide. Oh, their touch wheels just a little bit as they come to the double right-hander. They're still too wide. Oh, Dig Dug is just... No, he's still going to set it up the inside. Dig Dug's going to have the advantage to the double left-hander.
Yeah, very, very matched there.
Ooh,
almost locked wheels, too.
These guys have been too wide the entire lap.
Yeah, Dream outbraked him there.
And Dream's going to finally get the move done after about 7 corners of too wide racing.
Wow. Yeah, and literally it was just outbraking there through going into turn 10.
Now Dream has his work cut out for him as he has to now somehow make those 2 seconds back up, because of course running too wide like that, you are much slower. He's got to somehow reel the front runners back in.
That's correct. Dig Dug had some decent straight line speed as well. Stuck with him. And Focus at Game is just really pulled away. Second half already on lap 3.
Honestly, doesn't surprise me. Focus is a very fast driver.
Yep. So BKT following closely to Dig Dug as well. They're not too far off from Dream, each less than a second from the other. Gibbs staying about a second behind them, trying to stay out of that dirty air.
Pickle Rick gonna look at the inside of Denny. Pickle Rick, does he get the move done?
I think he did.
And he gets the move done.
Wow.
So Denny got a little loose coming out of the right-hander there. Kind of got it half sideways, and Pickle Rick just laid on the power and sent it up the inside.
So if it's correct, it looks like so Pickle Rick does have some good straight line speed, just pulling just away, even with Denny in a slipstream. He was able to put a little bit of space between them there.
Now Pickle Rick is in the same scenario Dream is in. Can he reel in Focus?
I know he has the possibility to, but Focus at Game really got ahead there. So Dig Dug's pulled back from Dream just a little bit. Let's see. He's still using some ERS, so he's trying to catch back up to him. And Denny's not letting Pickle Rick get away. So let's see. So he stayed between about 5 and 7 tenths behind him there through the second sector. Let's see what happens through this long straight. So stuck with him. Was able to negate that. Braked a little bit late. Caught up to him, but not quite enough. So he is saving his ERS. I will point that out as well.
Meanwhile, Focus has broken away by another second.
Yeah. So BKT with the first of the penalties here, 3-second time penalty. Multiple warnings, my guess, for track limits there.
It wouldn't shock me if they were all through the T1 chicane.
Yeah, that's true. Yep, so Denny's fallen back just a little bit. He seems to lose about 2 tenths through the second sector and then sticks with on the straights. So with Pickle Rick not being able to catch Focus at Game, I believe Focus is going to have his choice of strategy, because I believe he can probably conserve his tires just a bit here, conserve his ERS. And he's using ERS. He's pushing.
The field kind of spread out. Focus with a fastest lap of a 1:16.9.
That's pretty fast for an early lap. Yep, so back through this section, Denny, after everything, down about a tenth to 2 tenths. Would probably benefit from this going dry, but I don't believe it's anticipated to go dry today.
I do believe what was said was it's up to the game.
Oh, that would be it would definitely throw a wrench into this, because that would be the perfect for VPJP. So VPJP just retired in the pits. I'm not sure if that is due to being so far behind, not thinking it's worth it, or maybe some sort of a technical issue on his side. I know that would be the courteous thing to do if a wheel fails or something of that nature. So he did leave the session. So
it's gonna spin it out.
Oh man, yep. So Gibbs gets past him, so that's some extra points for Gibbs. Oop. Sorry about that. So yeah, field spaced out just a little bit here. Take a look at everyone coming down this turn 3 to 4 straight.
VPJP's controller disconnected.
Yep, so kind of figured that might have been what it was. Some sort of a technical issue. So that's rough. Obviously, with a DNF, will not be getting any points from this race. So that's rough for him. So he'll be sitting at 52 points, which at this point, Diego, even at getting last, will surpass VPJ for 4th place. With Gibbs being, depending on his ending position, could pass him as well.
Dig Dug just absolutely sent it up the inside of Dream. Dream got a little loose coming to the corner, and Dig Dug just sent it.
That's beautiful. Patience and taking advantage of the mistake. Oh, he got a little slick, too. Now, I will say he's got a decent amount of ERS as well saved up, so if he can stay in this clear air behind Denny, pull away from Dream there, we'll see. So Dream's got an X on him as well. I'm not sure if he's paused or what's going on there either. If I go on the onboard on Gibbs, there's some sort of an issue happening with Dream as well.
I think Dream, right after he got passed by Dig Dug, had a little like lag spike. I wonder if his internet went out.
So Gibbs gets past Dream's AI there. Yeah, he's still ghosted out. So 25% of the way through this race, and we're looking at Focus That Game, pulled away 5.2 seconds. Behind him, Pickle Rick, then Denny, Dig Dug, Gibbs, Dream, BKT, and VPJP. So just want to remind the 3 that are left now in this race that are fighting for this championship are going to be Denny. He is our declared winner already, but Dig Dug and Gibbs fighting for a respective either 3rd place, and Gibbs would be fighting potentially for a 4th place finish here. In the championship, that is. And with everybody spread out, my guess is that we will not have any any safety cars at this moment, unless something happens either on a straight or something of that nature. I would imagine there's not going to be too many incidents, so I don't think we'll see any early pits, so we're probably a good amount out from the pit stops. Maybe about 10 laps or so.
Something tells me we might be looking at our finishing order.
Yeah, it's quite possible, unless something crazy happens.
Because the gaps are quite significant between these drivers.
Yep. So if I do a little bit of quick math here, we're going to be looking at Denny. If things were to end right now, so it looks like BKT got around a Dreams bot as well. I just want to check on that, see if it is still a bot. It does appear to be. So Dream had some sort of a connection issue as well, so should be negating any results there as well. So yeah, back to that. RFDX Denny, if he were to end in third right now, that will give him a total points of 99. That will be our winning points there. BPJP, of course, because of the DNF there, is going to be, and that's a bit of bad luck. There's nothing he can control there. Controller disconnected, retired in the pits. That's right. He'll be ending at 52 points. Diego at fourth. Now, depending on the fastest lap, I believe Focus at GameStall has the fastest lap, so that will negate that point. He'd be 64. That would put Diego. That would put Diego into third, just behind Rack next, and then Gibbs. We'd be looking at 46. So that would put him, keep him in seventh there. So if we're looking there, of course, Denny is already our declared winner. BPJP would be into fifth. Diego would be into fourth. Gibbs stays in seventh. I will also say there's quite a good gap between pretty much everybody, but Focus That Game has one of the larger gaps there. Him and Gibbs on BKT as well.
Well, Focus is about the entire front stretch of room, the breathing room.
So let's look at off the leader here. If Focus were to pit now, he would come out a few seconds behind Gibbs, and depending on what everyone else chooses to do, whether it's at the same lap or they're going later, he might have to be dealing with some dirty air for a couple laps. But that'll be the on-track action we'll be waiting for here.
Pitting now wouldn't be bad. He'd come out about 3 seconds behind Gibbs. Mm-hmm. That's not enough to really feel the dirty air, and there's a decent gap between Gibbs and BKT.
Yeah, I don't know when you choose that. It's a hard one because obviously he does not have that information to be able to look at how far someone in fifth place is from him. So that would be tough.
Imagine Codemasters gives us engineer spots.
That would be great,
we have our own race engineers.
That would be amazing.
Really take this league racing thing to the next level.
Yeah, that's what we can hope for. Yeah, I would think the tires are probably still looking really well. Just depends on if anyone is going to try for that no stop or if they want to try that first pit maybe at lap 15, just because as the car gets lighter there.
I don't think anyone is close enough to try to undercut anyone. I think as long as pit stops go with the plan, they all come back out right where they are.
Yeah, when it's all said and done.
I think the only one that maybe could do it would be Denny and put him within a second of Pickle Rick.
Sure.
Yeah, I think he would get the position, though.
Well, the tough thing with the inters is the period of time that it takes to heat them up, because you would really, if Pickle Rick didn't immediately respond to Denny, he might be able to catch him in a few laps, but the Pickle Rick has the benefit of being able to see that Denny is pitted and then could be able to respond. 3 seconds again could be made up in a couple laps with an undercut, but it's hard to tell. And so confirmation here, Dream's computer did, the game keeps crashing, so that's unfortunate. Kind of figured that might have been what it was. Still, all the bugs in this game aren't, are still affecting league play. It's just a sad fact. So I'm going to go on board with focus at game for a lap here. Let's take a look and see how his lines are looking. He's still using ERS. His ERS management obviously is looking pretty well. Still using a bit of ERS on the straights. A little wide there, not too bad though. Really smooth through turn 6 and 7. Turn 9 down to turn 10. So yeah, the tires I think are looking pretty good. He's still got great pace. Going a little slower through turn 11 there. Not spinning out. A little bit of a lockup through
Purple
12.
sector too.
But yeah, looking good.
And he just
A little bit of a slippage there.
It was fastest lap right there with that tire spin.
So did you have that the Constructors Championship there in front of you, Stars?
It was 127 Alpha, 103 Williams, top two.
So it looks as though Williams is going to be taking the lead here. If things go out the way they do, I do believe that. So it looks like Williams is going to be taking the Constructors there.
It would have to be a sad set of circumstances for Denny or Focus to actually be taking out the race to stop it.
And I don't anticipate that. So if we're looking at the World Drivers' Championship, the Denny has won it mathematically, even if he DNFs. He has won it because second and third place, Rack Next and Jazza were unable to make the race today. VPJ was fourth, but has DNF'd. Behind them, Diego would be jumping up to third. And if they finish the way they are now, and Gibbs could potentially jump up to fifth. No, I'm sorry, he was going to stay in sixth, wasn't he? So yeah, his tires are still looking pretty good. I don't anticipate Focus pitting anytime soon unless he just thinks he wants some fresh tires. I want to look at...
Gibbs is the first to dive it in.
So Gibbs jumped in there. So I think that's a solid tactic. He's already back there. Might as well take advantage of it because BKT was kind of closing in on, but not much. Yeah, right now, Focus at game would be pitting and coming out in front of BKT and behind Dig Dug. This would probably be a good time for Focus to pit. But now Gibbs, 14 seconds behind BKT. So if BKT does pit, that puts him there. So I want to see how far he is from Dig Dug when Dig Dug pits there, because I don't know that he's going to be able to gain much there, but we'll see. So Focus is starting to lose a little bit of grip. Let's see how oh, wrong button. See how Gibbs looks with the fresh tires, if he's got the grip right off the bat or not. Okay, do we have someone diving in the pits? So Denny is in the pits now. So let's see where he comes out. Keep in mind he was just a few seconds behind Rick.
Right behind BKT.
So that's a good spot. Shouldn't have too much dirty air for his warm-up lap here. And I wish I could see tire temps, but I guess in real F1 you can't really see that either. Yeah, still gaining on BKT there.
Focus. Our leader just dove it in.
Okay, so there we go. That's what we're going to be looking at. Now what does Pickle Rick do? So Denny just set a purple sector 2 immediately the first lap out of the pits. So I do believe the undercut is going to be pretty decent here. I did not think that the tires were going to warm up that quick, but it certainly seems that way. So Focus came out right behind Dig Dug. I'm not sure if that's exactly what he wanted now, but it really depends on when Dig Dug pits here. He's either going to have to work around him because we know Focus has the pace. And Dream's bot is now in the pits. Yeah, so Focus is gaining on Dig Dug. Was dealing, I would imagine, with some dirty air through that section. Will he get him around him on this straight? I don't know. He may have to deal with Dig Dug for another lap.
You say dirty air, but Focus just ran a purple sector too.
He really did. Those inners are coming out of the pits just absolutely fantastic. So Dig Dug not pitting just yet. He likes the way his tires feel. There we go. So Pickle Rick is now in the pits. Focus, obviously, our on-track leader, unless Dig Dug does not pit and can fight him off here, although it doesn't look as though he's got the pace quite to do it. Well, Pickle Rick coming out, let's see, just in front of BKT, actually. BKT is yet to pit as well. He's our other last one to need to pit. But what we're looking at here is that it doesn't seem like Denny got that much of a benefit off that undercut on Pickle Rick. Because if you remember, he was only a few seconds behind him, and now he's about almost 5 seconds behind Pickle Rick. So undercut didn't seem to be, it just didn't work as well as I assumed it would once we saw how fast they come out of those pits.
No, unfortunately, on enters the laps, just you're not quick enough on the first out lap.
Interesting. So Focus, obviously, it looks as though he's going to get around Dig Dug here. Not sure. Let's look at the gap to the leader. So if Dig Dug were to pit here, he is going to come out in 5th. I'm sorry, he will come out in 6th, actually. BKT yet to pit.
Gonna be close with him and Denny. Never mind, Denny's gonna have the position clearly.
Yep, there we go. So 20 lap old enters for BKT. And there we go. So Gibbs already on 2 stops there. That's what's put him so far back there. See, Denny's gaining on BKT as well. Just a bit.
Dig Dug, 3-second time penalty, and a new fastest lap for Focus.
Wow. So now total of 8-second penalties for Dig Dug. That's definitely going to hurt at the end. That's unfortunate.
Right side, he has about 30 seconds to Gibbs.
Yeah, so he's got the room. Just if he's able to catch Denny because of something, he's going to have to catch him and pass him by 8 seconds as well. So BKT's holding on pretty good. It seems like he's got some decent pace with those 20 some odd lap old enters. So I wonder if he's found some new pace there.
Now, did Denny pit from second?
Denny pitted from third, if I'm not mistaken. It was Focus, Pickle
Okay.
Rick, and Denny. So he's still third on track if BKT is planning a one stop. Unless he is planning this no stop, then he's just got to fight off Denny. And BKT lost just a little bit there on this lap, about a tenth or two to Pickle, and Denny is gaining just slightly on BKT, so his tires might not be holding up the way I thought they were. Focus that game, another fastest lap.
Pickle Rick, 3-second time penalty.
Interesting.
Ten to go.
So BKT's got a speed advantage on the straights on Denny. If you notice there, he pulled away from Denny on the straights, and then Denny is still closing in on pretty good in sector 2, but it looks as though he does have a straight line advantage. BKT does. And so once we get here, we'll see what happens. Denny is gaining on him already through here. Yep, so 2/10, 3/10 almost. Oh, BKT with a little bit of slide there. He's showing some tire wear. Yep, slide through that corner as well. He's diving in the pits. So BKT, nope, he's not. Actually not. So I think that BKT at this point is most likely going for the no stop. I think if he thinks he can fight off Denny, this might be worth it. And, you know, it's potentially maybe, doesn't look like he's got the pace, but hold back Denny a little bit, try to allow that teammate to get closer. I don't know if they're communicating, but it does seem like they were working together in Quali.
If anything, it's more of a finish above Dig Dug play, in my opinion.
Yeah, and at this point, we're getting late enough. If he can hold that pace, I think he could do that. That could definitely be a possibility. Denny ever so slightly catching him. And I'm trying to see where Denny makes this move. Just because BKT has that straight line speed, it's going to be one of these spots where maybe BKT's back end slips out on him. Is going to be where Denny's going to have to take that move. Here we go. Watch here. Out of there. Denny started to catch him, but then once we started going, BKT's pulling away. So obviously, non-wet weather with some DRS would be very helpful to Denny, but he does not have that advantage today. So yeah, he lost 3/10 there on the straight, and BKT braked a little bit late. Looks like he went over the line as well. Obviously, he's got the 3-second time penalty, so it's not necessarily on track, but I would say that BKT is holding up Denny right now, which is maybe all part of the plan. Denny is closer than he was last time. Right up on him, trying to put a little bit of pressure. Here, a little bit of lockups on BKT's in there. Not much, but... There we go. So BKT made it through another Sector 2. Another round through Sector 2 there. And doesn't have quite the straight line speed this time. So maybe... this is the one here. So Focus is pulled away from Pickle Rick. Obviously there we're looking at an 11-second gap. Pickle Rick ahead of BKT and Denny by almost 6.5 seconds. Dig Dug just kind of sitting back there behind Denny 4 seconds. And Gibbs and Dream bringing up the rear there. Matter of fact, Dream has been lapped, and Pickle Rick is looking at lapping Dream as well. I just noticed on the mini map there. So I do believe that there will not be dirty air on a ghosted bot. I'm not 100% sure though, but I don't believe there will be. It shouldn't be too difficult, and Denny gets around BKT, and of course I missed the only on-track action. So it looks as though BKT, by the time that he lost, he had a bit of a spin. So held on to those tires a bit too long now, 2.4 seconds behind. And he's going to stay out. He is sticking with the no stopper. Dig Dug right behind him as well, so may be able to attack. But at this point, he's got the room to Gibbs if he wants to, and he lets his teammate Dig Dug around, does not hold him up. So missed the only on-track action there. Sorry about that, guys. But this is where we're at. Denny is the declared winner no matter what, and Dig Dug is now moved up into 4th. Which potentially give him 13 points. Interesting. So that could get him up into 3rd now in the Drivers' Championship at the end.
It's only a game. Why do you have to be mad?
So yeah, BKT falling back a little bit. I believe his tires look to be locking up just a bit. So close to the end though. It was definitely worth a shot for the no stopper. And really, Dig Dug is moving. He is starting to catch up to Denny. But again, he's got that 8-second penalty. And I think that Denny not getting any penalties is really going to pay off.
Yeah, those penalties are going to hurt him in the end of this race.
8 seconds is a lot, unfortunately. Especially because everybody's kind of grouping up there in the middle again, which is nice. So focus of game has now made it around Gibbs. Gibbs has now been lapped by our leader, and Pickle Rick may reach Gibbs towards the end of this race. I don't think that that's going to make too much of a difference because I don't believe that Denny will catch Gibbs, so that's not really going to affect any of our finishes here. That bit that Dig Dug was gaining on Denny is starting to fall off, so he's just kind of settling in at 2 seconds back. And BKT really losing pace now on those old tires. 28 lap old enters. Let's see, Denny was the first to pit there, it looks like, so he's got the oldest of them, so Dig Dug will have a 3-lap speed advantage on his tires. So through this middle sector, he was able to gain 3/10 on him. Let's see, and he's got a bit of ERS for this straight here. Of course, with the penalties, that will negate that, but on track is always nice. Yep, so able to gain another 4/10 on him. It looks like maybe staying out longer might be a benefit here. Less than a second to Denny now for Dig Dug. Ran in turn 10, turn 11. Breaking into turn 12. Lost a bit of time. Now through turn 13 and 14. And let's see how this straight treats him. So tumbling the second, tumbling. Not going to be able to make a look just yet. And we're kind of back at the same spot. So looks as though that might have been the advantage drop off there. Let's see.
I know it might not matter much on track, but can Dig Dug get around Denny?
That's kind of what I'm thinking here is, I know it may not matter in the end, but for Dig Dug, I know he wants that track position. So Pickle has made it around Gibbs there, and it does look like they may catch Gibbs. I did not think that this was going to be anything that would affect, but it does look as though they are going to catch Gibbs here. And Gibbs looks as though he's spun out. Back on the track. And Dig Dug goes around the outside. So does make the move on him. Is able to make the pass. Now obviously with 4 laps to go, I don't believe that he will be able to... I'm sorry, 4.5 laps now. He'll be able to make that 8-second gap up on Denny unless something crazy happens here, but I don't anticipate
that. A miracle.
Yeah. So really an impressive drive, though.
Lost all pace from qualifying.
Yeah. I'm not sure what happened there.
I know that feeling, Denny. Don't worry. All too well.
You know, I'm not seeing as much raindrops on the car there. Seeing a bit. I'm not sure if maybe that's just my rendering, but it does seem...
No, there are a few, but it's definitely lightened up.
It's definitely lightened up.
So it might be more in favor to Dig Dug in their setups.
Potentially. That could be potentially it, because he's already pulled 7/10 away from Denny. Focus that game with the new fastest lap. Wow.
It's definitely drying.
It certainly looks like it. So
it's not going to get the full dry, but it's drying.
Yeah, the sun's coming out. So again, I think the only thing that would affect here is setups potentially may differ, and that may be what we're looking at here with Dig Dug. But with it being so close to the end, so Denny does go ahead and dive in the pits. Interesting.
Is he going for the softs? Is he going for fastest lap point?
You know, he'd have to be. I mean, at this point, the softs are queued up.
Is he gambling it's that much faster a lap, though? Can he get back around BKT?
You know, and BKT's on really old inters. I would think that he's sliding up. Nope, he hit the wall.
It is not time for the softs.
Oh. Well, you know what? I think it was worth a shot. He's got the win in the bag, right? So I think it was worth a shot. Maybe he goes around. I'm sure he took some wing damage there, so might be...
I wonder if Jeff told him it was time.
Probably. Jeff is generally not correct, unfortunately.
No, you can tell he's struggling to stay on the circuit. Flashbacks.
Yeah, Dig Dug just locked up.
I'm getting flashbacks of Landon Norris in Russia.
Yeah, just opposite. Yep.
Just on the wrong set of tires.
Yeah. Let's see. So Gibbs had another spin there. Moves out of the way. BKT.
And in turn of events, this puts Dig Dug on the podium.
Correct, which is not what I thought was going to happen here, because he does pulls him ahead even by that 8 seconds. So it does give Dig Dug even more points. And it does look like BKT is actually falling back just a bit.
At this point, BKT is just hoping to keep those tires on the car.
Yeah, I mean we're almost to the very end here. It is drying up. You can see the sun coming out, and he's on really old inters. I would imagine they've got to be hot. What's that? Sorry.
It's no longer raining.
No, it's not, and I do see some rays of sunshine as well.
All right, Denny, can you get the fastest lap?
Maybe.
I assume this was your plan.
Yeah, for the bragging rights, fastest laps. You know what? Well, I wonder who's got the most fastest laps on the Div 2. That'll be interesting to look at too. So yeah, BKT's fallen back. Let's see how Denny's looking like here.
The track still looks slick though. Unfortunately, it's an overcast, so it's not gonna
dry out that quick. So let's see. It'll be the last lap if he's going to steal this fastest lap. Take a look at those penalties again. So 3 seconds for Pickle Rick, 8 seconds for Dig Dug, 3 seconds for BKT. Nothing position changing at this point with how spread out everybody is. Alrighty, Focus That Game is now on his last lap. See what he does speed-wise. He has full ERS.
The softs are not to play. In Sector 1, he was a second down on his best lap.
Yikes. Well.
He still has one more lap, though.
Yeah, I think it was worth it.
Focus doesn't get to him. He focuses on his tail.
Yep. Wow. So this is not how I saw this race ending. At least we had some good surprises here.
I kind of want to see Denny get to the final lap. Maybe it dries out just enough.
It's possible. DRS enabled as well. Wow. So it's dried out enough for the stewards to open up DRS.
DRS enabled might tell me it might be dry enough, but Denny just does not have a front wing, maybe.
Yeah, because he did kind of tap the wall, and he didn't pit after that, so.
Let's see. He's going to get that final lap in.
So there we go. Focus That Game is the race winner. And let's take a look at Denny, see how he's moving here. He's got full ERS, ready to go.
Watch the sector times.
All right, so Sector 1 plus half a second. So not gonna nab that either.
Mate. Well,
so Pickle Rick's crossed the line. Dig Dug has crossed the line.
Only a 4/10. So the softs work, but that's the fastest sector too.
That's the fastest sector too. So if it was just one more lap.
What was his previous fastest? Do you know?
I could look it up real quick. Fastest.
He's gonna get it. That's it. He got it right there.
Wow. What a
If
gamble.
his play was for the fastest lap, he got it.
Yeah.
It dried up just in time.
Wow. So that puts Denny at 95 points, if I'm not mistaken there, if my math is not wrong. Diego at 67, Gibbs at 44. So our new order here would be Denny first, Rack next, second, Diego third, Jazza fourth, VPJ fifth, Verhambot sixth, and Gibbs seventh. That is our finishing order there. So Denny is the declared winner.
And Williams looks like they will win the constructors
There we go.
if Focus's wins count.
Alrighty, so stick around, folks. We'll talk to the podium winners here. And I do want to talk to Denny as well if we can. So bear with me here. Let me get some stuff set up. Okay. Alrighty, and I will be right back. Give me just one moment. Let me check something real quick. Alrighty. I am back. Let's go to post-race. Post-race results. And I will try to pull up our winners. And stars, if you want to jump over to the Champs Racing League, the live voice chat there, I will join you over there.
Okay.
All right, so let's see. We'll get Dig Dug in here. Dig Dug. So obviously, congratulations to Denny on the big win here.
All right, I'm here.
There you are. Hey, so yeah, that was pretty wild. It looked like it wasn't going to be a podium finish for you, and somehow you got up there. What were you thinking throughout that race, and what did you kind of? It looked like you were working with BKT there as well. Is that true?
Yes, I was. So BKT was just trying to keep Danny like within range for me, you know. And he did that really well. I'm gonna be honest. Like no dirty racing or anything like that. Just racing his line. He just kept Denny there. He ended up spinning on the second to last corner, the long left-hander. Forget the name of it, but either way.
Sure.
I was surprised that I got the 5-second penalty. I like sped in the pit lane by like 3 kilometers per hour. It was the dumbest thing. I think I would have I would have beaten Denny on track if I hadn't gotten that penalty and Denny hadn't pit. But I guess what happened with Denny there happened with Denny, and I ended up catching him on pace, and yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like because you pitted 3 laps later than Denny, so it seemed like at the end there you were starting to have a little bit more pace because we thought maybe the undercut was going to work, but it seemed like actually pitting later actually worked. So yeah, man, congratulations. So from my calculations, you ended up with 67 points in the championship, which does put you in 3rd.
Yes, that sounds right to me.
So congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Good race, good season. Look forward to next season. My anticipation would be you're going to be in Div 1, but again, we don't know how that's all going to work out, but you definitely got the pace, so appreciate you popping in.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. All right, so next we're going to have Pickle Rick. Let's see if Pickle Rick wants an interview here.
We should see if the champion wants to get in here too, Denny.
Yeah, I was thinking too. I wonder if, because Denny always declines because he does not speak English. I wonder if we should get Gibbs in here to interview Denny in Portuguese, because I believe Denny speaks Portuguese, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. All right, so Pickle Rick.
I think I figured it out.
There we are. Hey, Pickle. So yeah, you kind of a lonely, boring race there for you, I suppose. Not too much on track action. What are your thoughts on the race there?
Yeah, I actually, it's the situation where I always forget that there's a race, and actually I'm in the middle of moving right now, but I left my computer set up just in case I needed it. So I still had an internet connection, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna hop in the lobby and see what I can do. And yeah, I guess it all worked out. I got lucky with that slip up there by Denny and kind of was able to take advantage of it. I don't know if it's so hard to pass in the rain and on that track. I don't know if I would have been able to do it otherwise. But yeah, other than that, it was a long, lonely race.
Yeah, it may not have been super exciting, but the final race of the season is always nice. So my question, and I'm sure everybody else is wondering too, are you going to be racing in the next season?
Yeah, as long as I'm able to kind of get everything set up. I'll be out for a week. I think I saw in the chat that the next season shouldn't be starting until January, I think.
Right.
That seems like the plan, yes.
Okay, then yeah, I should be good to go. I'm starting a new job and all that when I get out there, so I'll have to see what that looks like. But I think I should be good to go for next season.
Well, cool. Well, we look forward to it. What you got, Stars?
Nothing, like you said, it was a long and boring race, really.
Well,
yeah, at least I was able to finish on the podium. So.
That's it. That's exciting. Well, I appreciate you popping in, and good luck with all the moving and everything.
All right, thanks. Sounds good. I'll see you guys later then.
Yep. See you. All right, let's get Focus in here, and then we will get our champion, Denny, in here.
Sure, why not?
Hello, Focus. So, a commanding race. There's really not much to talk about that other than I'd say it was maybe perfection. We might have missed some action because there just wasn't a whole lot of action in your commanding win there, but tell us something maybe we didn't see there, Focus.
I don't know. It wasn't perfect. I did some pretty decent mistakes, but I got the win at least.
The qualifying battle was interesting, at least.
There we go.
Yeah, the qualifying was good.
Yeah, lots of switchbacks there. So obviously you're a Div 1 driver as well, so we look forward to you racing tomorrow. And I don't know the Are you able to race tomorrow?
Yeah, I am.
Good deal. Good deal. Well,
I
because-
raced here mostly to help Dini with the constructors.
Yep. Well, that worked out because Williams now confirmed they do win the constructors there. So, job well
Mission
done.
completed. Yep.
All right. Thanks.
Yep.
All right. So let's see. Yeah, there we go. Gibbs and Denny get in here. Just want to hear from that champion. Nice. Okay.
Yo guys, how you doing?
Hey, Gibbs. How's it going?
How's it going, man?
So it looks
I'm
like
good.
Denny wants to do the interview in Portuguese. That's totally cool.
Yeah, I think he's not full comfortable with the English, so I can drive it on Portuguese. With our champion from second division. By the way, how do you guys think the race going?
I thought it was still pretty interesting. It was a little slow at times because everybody kind of got spaced out a little bit, but the wet races always have some sort of excitement. So we had a couple spins, a late pit by Denny that was super exciting, and then of course it drying up at the end, and everyone working out with that. But it was a great season. Starters, what did you think about the season as a whole?
Season whole was interesting. Just unfortunately, this last race didn't have many racers in it, which, everyone got spread out. We just kind of were finding things to talk about.
Yeah,
it's what it is, though.
That's it. Sometimes that's even real F1. Sometimes that's how it goes. So Gibbs, how'd you feel about the race and the season?
From my side, I think I've not been doing very good races. Many things running at the same time, so I couldn't get completely focused on the races. But for the second division, it's our first time doing the second division, and as the league is still growing, I think it was good. There was many races with issues before the last update, and I think now we're getting better at every race. So yeah, I'm looking forward for the next season. I think it will be interesting.
I think so too, and I think what was the middle of the season, or probably about the middle, when the issues were the worst. Maybe Portugal for Div 1, that was a bad issue, but they do seem to be getting better. I'm excited for season 3.
Unfortunately, those bugs cost us a lot of racers too. People just didn't want to deal with them.
I think so too.
Yeah, true. So I'm going to be pushing Dini to the call, and we can interview in Portuguese then.
Okay.
Beautiful.
1 second. Yo, Dini.
Alô.
Então, cara, parabéns aí, conseguiu levar o título da segunda divisão. E o que tu achou da corrida? Como que foi a temporada em si? Joga aí o que tu acha.
Essa corrida aí, eu só fiz o café com leite mesmo, né? Eu só larguei e terminei. Eu não...
Já é um feitio, né? Pois
então...
o teu principal adversário não pôde correr. Essa temporada foi um teste na segunda divisão, então ainda estava crescendo, mas foi uma boa oportunidade no final.
O campeonato inteiro foi interessante. Que, né, no começo da temporada eu tive muitos ápices de patetadas, né? Tipo, explicando levemente, né, que eu dei NC em 4 corridas seguidas.
É verdade. Não foi um bom começo.
E aí eu tive que correr atrás, né, nessas últimas 4 corridas. Acho que eu tive 3 vitórias, 3 poles. Eu tive vários resultados bons aí nessas últimas corridas.
E foi o suficiente.
E tirando isso, tirando os NCs, eu acho que foi uma boa temporada. Né, acho que foi Grã-Bretanha, na Bélgica e Portimão. Pelo menos eu sei que em Silverstone eu fui no meu limite mesmo. Eu tava confortável com a pista, então tipo, eu forcei tudo que eu podia. Portimão, ainda por ser uma pista nova, eu ainda tava com medo. Era a minha primeira corrida também em Portimão. Bélgica eu também não sei correr, então... Mas acho que em geral foi uma temporada bem legal.
É bom, a gente fica feliz. A próxima temporada agora tá a caminho, já estamos planejando. E com a tua vitória e a tua posição na segunda divisão, te dá o direito de subir para a primeira. E com isso, tu pensa em correr a próxima temporada ou quais são os planos?
Então, ainda eu não sei, né? Eu tenho que ver tudo, mas provavelmente eu participo sim. Né? Agora, por conta da pandemia, as aulas estão voltando, então, tipo, eu vou ter pouco tempo para treinar e tal. Tanto que para essa corrida eu mal treinei. Mas quem sabe.
Deixei em aberto, né? Tá certo. As prioridades são as prioridades. Pois bem, mais alguma coisa que queira acrescentar?
Eu queria agradecer a RFX aí pelo apoio. E o Mazei também, que ficou de engenheiro. Quer dizer, engenheiro não, né? A gente ficou conversando na corrida. E é isso.
Muito bem, muito bem. Aquele forte abraço. Agradecer aí também a Liga Brasileirinhas, que é a nossa parceira. E foi de lá basicamente onde a gente conheceu o Dini e alguns outros pilotos que chegaram a participar conosco. E é isso, seguimos, continuamos aí com as ligas, que é uma atividade bastante interessante para trazer mais experiência para o jogo, não é? E boa sorte aí nas próximas corridas e nas ligas que tu for participar.
Valeu, Gibbs. Queria desejar também um agradecimento especial, né, a vocês pela criação da liga, né? Eu não conhecia a liga, eu conheci a liga pelo Frost. Então, ele que me indicou. Foi um campeonato bem bacana de participar. Então, boa sorte para vocês também nessa próxima temporada.
Valeu, obrigado, cara. Tamo junto e nos vemos por aí, então. So, there we go. Dini, our champion from second division.
Great.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah,
Congrats, man.
Perabins, is that maybe? Congratulations. Perabins, Denny, that was a great season. So, one thing I also wanted to just point out here, guys, we mentioned it earlier, but Denny did not race in the first race, got disqualified in the second race, DNF'd in the third and fourth races, and then won the last 4 races to win that. So the first half of the season was disastrous, and he stuck with it and came back and won 4 in a row. So really, honestly, a great time. Appreciate it. I don't honestly, I'm really excited for next season. I know everyone else is. I think it's going to go really well. Everyone that's been watching these races, I appreciate that as well. On the screen now, I do have the final. It's not very pretty looking because it's only temporary there, but showing Denny with 95, Rackneck 75, Diego with 67, Jazza 53, VPJ 52, and Varambot 51, Gibbs 44, Jazz 26, Conky, Jambi, Lucas, Kahuna, Wes, and then Tuna down at the bottom. So those are the final tentative final standings for Division 2. Well, that's all I got. You guys got anything else?
Particularly, I want to thank you everyone for participating on this season. As I said, we're growing, and Dini point out that the start of the season wasn't that good for him, but fortunately he came up and did great results. So thank you everyone. Thank you Vinci and Stars for doing the streaming, and here we go for the next season.
That's right. So anyone that's watching this, I did put a link to the league there. You can join that by clicking that Discord link. It's the Champs Racing League. Our season will start, let's say, 1 to 2 months out, probably a little less than 2 months, but we'll be starting at some point. So now is a perfect time to jump in. And I want to thank you, Gibbs, as well, for all that you do. Stars, thank you for joining me through this commentating journey here and doing the streaming. And
Anytime.
That's all I got. So Stars, as always, they can find you on Twitch and on YouTube. And you can find me here on Twitch and YouTube. And that'll be it. So this video will be up on YouTube a little bit later. And I'm excited for Season 3. And so you guys keep tuned in for all that news. I'll share it on my streams as well.
Thank you, Vince. Thank you, Stars.
Thank you. All right. See you later, everybody.